In this video, we're going to look at how to draw an angle in standard position. Before we can do that, we need to consider the coordinate plane. So when we're looking at the coordinate plane, we have quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have to consider what is the measure at each axis in the coordinate plane. So we know that one full rotation around the coordinate plane is 360 degrees. We also know that each axis is formed by a right angle, so we can kind of use that information to label our axes in degree measures. So if our angle's terminal side and initial side both lie on the positive x-axis, that's a 0-degree angle. If a terminal side lies on the positive y-axis, that's a 90-degree angle. So it's 90 degrees. Straight angle is 180 degrees. Adding 90 to 180 puts us at 270 degrees. And again, if we have our full rotation, we're back to 360 degrees. Now, if we're talking about radians, we said that one full trip around the units, around the circle, is 2 pi radians. So if we cut that in quarters, that's going to help us figure out the values around our axes. So again, we start at 0 radians. 2 pi divided by 4, that's 2/4 pi, or 1/2 pi. So 90 degrees is the same as pi over 2 radians. And then 180, that's half. We said that that's pi radians. And then adding another 1/2 pi is going to put us at 3 pi over 2 radians. So 270 is 3 pi over 2. And then we complete our full 2 pi radians by the time we get back to the positive x-axis. So if you have an angle whose measures between 0 and 90, it will lie in quadrant 1, between 90 and 180 in quadrant 2, between 180 and 270 it'll lie in quadrant 3, and then between 270 and 360 it will lie in quadrant 4. So we're going to use that fact to help us draw angles in standard position. So let's take a look at this example. We want to draw 70 degrees in standard position. So first, we need to put our vertex at the origin, just like is always the case with any angle in standard position. And also, the initial side is going to be at the positive x-axis. So where is our terminal side going to lie? Well, the terminal side is it's 70 degrees, so this tells us it's in the first quadrant. It's in quadrant 1 because it's less than 90. But where do we draw it? So we want to be somewhat accurate. We're not going to be perfectly accurate because we aren't using a protractor, but we know that 70 degrees is greater than 45. 45 is kind of halfway. It's the midway mark in our first quadrant. So we know that it's greater than 45, and we know that it's greater by 25 degrees, so by quite a bit. So that means that 70 degrees will probably be somewhere around here. So this is a 70 degree angle. But as you can see in this note, we must always include an arrow to show the rotation when we're drawing our angle. Because if we don't label this, we could be rotating in a negative direction, or we could be doing a full rotation plus 70. So the way that we can quickly and easily indicate that this is 70 degrees is we just show that we're starting at our initial side, ending here at the terminal side, and if you want, you could even just label it as a 70 degree angle. So this is a 70 degree angle.